G'day trendsetters, today I'm coming to you from the town of Hogansville, Georgia, incorporated in 1870. In this town lies roughly between Columbus, Georgia and Atlanta, Georgia. Let's have a quick poke around the town and then kick off my ride. Directly across the road is the City Hall, which at some point must have been the Royal Theatre. The Ebenezer Presbyterian Church here on the left. This is the First Baptist Church. And there we are, there's a sign welcoming us to historic Hogansville. Some beautiful historic homes in this area, much like I've seen in this part of the world. These houses are all located along main streets. You know your ride is going to be a good one when you spot the post office early in the ride. There we are, Hogansville, Georgia, zip code 30230. And this is the view down Main Street. Quite a few antique shops in this town. This must have been the old railway station. Yes, indeed. Let's have a quick look around. Looks like it now hosts a market of some kind. Here's a view from the back side of the railway station. You can see there's an active railway line, or lines right there. I'm inside the courtyard that is directly behind the railway station. So it seems much of it has been converted into an eatery, coffee shop and so on. The West Point route, so I imagine that was the rail line at one point in time that was going through this town. And there is a pub as well. Oh, there's a couple of rail cars left from before, that's pretty cool. And some of the old signal boxes from the old route. These were once rail cars that were part of the Southern Rail Service, it seems. So there was, I imagine, a track I'm riding right now that butted up to the railway station to collect passengers and so on. And here's a view from the old platform. There's even a piano there. Do I know how to play? Tickle the ivories? No. There be the Hogansville Masonic Lodge, number 93. This building was founded in 1924, I should say constructed in 1924. Here's another view up Main Street. This was the Grand Hotel. That's a beautiful building. I don't know if it's in operation anymore, doesn't look to be. This entire property on the left is just covered in this creeper vine. Rolling onto the very first dirt and gravel road of the day. There is a plethora of climbing along this course, up and down like a yo-yo. It's very similar to a shark tooth profile. But the weather conditions are fantastic. Overcast. Temperatures I think are in the mid 70s Fahrenheit with a high of about 83. Pretty tasty riding conditions. How lovely is this? The second of many gravel roads along today's route. And I'm assuming a lot of you would like to know what bicycle am I riding today. I have none other than the J. Gillum Italia Titanium Adventure Bike, supplied to me by Linda Ray of New Mexico. They are the importers. And it's fitted out with FSA's Wii semi-wireless drivetrain and Zentus Kappa 2 650B composite wheels, and made in Austria. I'm in a mood for a sing-along. It's just a shame I'm by myself, no one to annoy. I just called to say I lost you. Dun, 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 dun. This is an absolute monumental waste of good beer. Someone left two really, well, I assume they're pretty good, cans of Pale Ale here by the side of the road next to a Michelob Ultra box, which is empty. What's wrong with these people? By the way, folks, I did leave the beer behind. Bit of a shame, really, but that's another story. I don't have any room to carry roadside beer, so back to the riding. Whilst I'm checking out the roadside beer, you can check out my steed in detail. There it is, laying on the ground. Carefully, I might add. A lot of people have said, "Oh, mate, you're freaking me out laying the mic on the ground." Well, I know what I'm doing. There you go, the FSA Wii group set with the fantastic Census Kappa 2 650B wheels, which are strong and fast. Today's roadside gems continue. Here we have a lovely couch. It's in better days, but you know, you could lay around on the couch if you had a bad one riding through the woods. I'm at the Woodside notice board and there's no news today. Now, is this for a nice looking forest road? Well, not counting the massive pile of trash that some jerk dumped here. It's lovely. Well, more than likely the trash fell off the back of someone's truck, but even so. There's been a wee bit of rain the past few days. These roads are looking pretty gluggy. Thankfully I'm riding WTB's fantastic Resolute tyre today. It's a good mud performer. Although, speaking of mud, here we go. Okay, let's try and do this one-handed and not crash. Right in the middle. Yeah, nice. Look at that mud hole. Don't ride mud one-handed, folks, like I'm doing. This roadside couch exhibit has a lovely view of the woods. However, I would likely have positioned it a little bit more to the left to capture that panorama. Look around. So lovely out here. I mentioned this course was hilly. This is climb number 24. Unmarked by the Garmin. Just up and down. Sharp, punchy little climbs. On the left side of the road is a true definition of a mud pit. And some crazy locals have been riding or driving their vehicle through this. Riding parallel to a very serious power line. There's the first abandoned home sighting of the day. All boarded up. Looks like a pretty solid house. A real shame. Mind you, there's not much out here, is there? That way, bugger all. That way, bugger all. There is the result of some serious timber harvesting. I really hope that they're going to replant. It looks like a bloody bomb went off around here. It has loose gravel on pavement, so I should probably pay attention. Welcome to the very first town along today's route, Franklin, Georgia. We'll poke around the town once we get a bit closer into the downtown, etc. There be the Franklin Main Street Diner, which is, I think, right on the edge of town. I have a little hill to drop down into town proper. There's another view of the diner from below as I drop into, hopefully, downtown Franklin. Well, for once I'm not dying of heat exhaustion, etc., excessive perspiration. This overcast sky is really helping, and the temperatures, like I said earlier, are very mild. So hopefully it remains that way for the rest of the ride. Once I finish my beverages, my dodgy beverages, no judgment please, I'll be providing you a tour of the downtown of Franklin, Georgia. Welcome to downtown Franklin. On the left, look at this. Franklin Fitness, gym only. See, trendsetters, call 675-3872. There are other trendsetters among us. Del Rio Mexican Grill right there. Okay, let's do a quick lap of the downtown, which centers around a square right there. Now there's the Heard County Courthouse, a newer building. It's the Lippard Partridge William building right there. Although we've got something very cool over here, have an old petrol station. Looks like it was built in 1932. Let's scope it out. It's been restored, obviously. Oh, former golf petrol station, very cool. Restored by the Heard County Historical Society. And that's a reproduction pump. In fact, most of these items are reproduction. That side might be original, but that's very neat. That's an old home maybe, I don't know. Here we go. Oh, look at that, the Heard County Jail. Pauley Jail Company of Alabama built this jail in 1912 for $7,500 using plans by Manly Jail Works of Dalton, Georgia. Let's get closer so you can read that for yourself. Definitely not that bad of a jail in terms of jails. Not that I know about jails or plan to go to one. There the City Hall and another court by the look of things. Let's check out the very centre of the town, the little square here. I think this is a Veterans Memorial. Yes, it is. It's time to press on and leave the small town of Franklin. Continue with our route. Down there, folks, Piggly Wiggly. Before I split town, an obligatory visit to the Chattahoochee River. I'm riding a section on transitionary pavement. It's been a little bit busy with cars, which is not to my liking, but unfortunately I cannot create dirt and gravel roads with the sleight of my hand. So, trying to ride this section as fast as I can without killing myself, obviously. Garmin's Varia radar really helps. It has the tail light that a lot of drivers can see from a long way away, and the radar technology, so I know there's cars approaching from behind. Back onto some gravelly road bliss. Looks like I've got some more climbing ahead of me. Well, like I said before, this route's been up and down, and there are still 2 more climbs of note according to the Garmin on the course. On the cusp of another luscious downhill. Going to use my front camera for this. I've stumbled across a very old cemetery here in the woods. If you're in the graveyards, there's plenty to see here. Currently scaling climb number 3 of note along the course. This one's pretty shallow. So far only averaging about 3 or 4%. It's about 2.5 kilometers long, so about 1.6 miles. It's quite a cute little road. Hopefully it doesn't end up in some bloke's driveway. Part of the fun of these rides is exploring, hoping for the best. There's a substantial amount of pavement. I think the next 10 or 15 miles or about 25 k's. I've been riding a decent amount already. Not much I can do about creating my own gravel roads, etc. Those 2 green silos stand out like monoliths along this quiet paved country road. I'm now riding the final 8 miles or 13 kilometers of the route. Still plenty of ups and downs. good news is, folks, the final few miles and kilometres of this marvellous course are mostly, I believe, 90% gravel. That's fantastic. And a couple of those miles and kilometres go back on themselves when I headed out. Welcome back, trendsetters, to the town of Hogansville, Georgia. Crossing Yellow Jacket Creek, and here be the Hogansville city limit sign. Directly ahead is downtown Hogansville. Hogansville is much sunnier upon my return. It was very foggy, as you may recall from earlier in the video. There wraps it up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed tagging along, looking around Hogansville and beyond. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel. And don't forget to click the bell button to be notified of future videos as they appear on the channel. I'll see you in the next video.